August 21. It seems like the attackers used payload and reconnaissance servers to communicate with the victim networks. These servers were controlled by Tier 1 servers, which were operated by Tier 2 servers. The attackers used two different IP addresses to connect to the DoD server for about 2 hours, transferring around 11 megabytes of data. They may have been looking for military contract information. It's concerning that they targeted perimeter assets like routers. Threat actors are using malware-infected Windows and macOS machines to distribute a proxy server application. They reroute proxy requests through these infected machines without the user's knowledge. The proxy service claims to use informed and consenting users as exit nodes, but evidence suggests that malware writers are silently installing the proxy on infected systems. The proxy software can target both Windows and macOS, and it can evade detection using a valid digital signature. The proxy also gathers information about the hacked systems and deploys additional malware or adware. OAuth grants can be convenient for users, but they can also pose security risks. Malicious actors can exploit users' lack of understanding about the permissions they grant, potentially gaining unintended access to corporate environments. It's important for security and IT teams to review OAuth grants regularly to identify any risky activity or excessive permissions. Some organizations review grants in real time or require administrative approval before employees can use new grants. These practices help investigate and catch any suspicious activity. August 22. CISA has added a critical security flaw in Adobe ColdFusion to its exploited vulnerabilities catalog. The flaw allows arbitrary code execution without user interaction. Adobe has released patches, but it's unclear how the flaw is being exploited. Federal agencies must apply patches by September 11, 2023, to protect their networks. Stay safe. Ivanti Sentry is facing a critical zero-day flaw that's actively exploited. The vulnerability allows unauthenticated access to sensitive APIs. While the risk is low for those not exposing port 8443 to the Internet, it's recommended to restrict access to internal networks. Stay vigilant. A new variant of the macOS malware Xloader has been discovered, disguised as an office productivity app called Office Note. It is an information stealer and keylogger. The malware has switched to programming languages like C and Objective-C to bypass macOS limitations. Stay cautious and avoid downloading suspicious applications. August 23. Since the beginning of August 2023, over a dozen malicious packages have been found on the NPM package repository. These packages deploy the Luna Token Grabber, an open-source information stealer, on systems belonging to Roblox developers. The packages disguise themselves as the legitimate Noblox.js package but include malicious functions. Be cautious when downloading packages and ensure their authenticity. The SpaceColon toolset is being used in an ongoing campaign to spread variants of the Scarab ransomware across organizations globally. It is believed that the operators compromise vulnerable web servers or use brute force to gain access. The highest concentration of victims has been detected in France, Mexico, Poland, Slovakia, Spain, and Turkey. The threat actor, known as Cosmic Beetle, has been active since May 2020. They target servers with missing security updates. Stay vigilant and ensure your systems are up to date. EVLF, a Syrian threat actor, has been identified as the creator of the Cypher Rat and Crax's Rat malware families. These remote access Trojans allow attackers to control victims' devices, including the camera, location, and microphone. They are offered as part of a malware as a service scheme, with as many as 100 threat actors purchasing them over the past 3 years. Crax's Rat, specifically designed for Android, has features like Google Play Protect Bypass and Live Screen View, making it one of the most dangerous rats in the Android threat landscape. Stay vigilant and protect your devices. August 24. The U.S. Justice Department has charged the founders of Tornado Cash with laundering over $1 billion in criminal proceeds. Roman Storm was arrested in Washington, while Roman Semyonov remains at large in Dubai. They are accused of making millions of dollars from operating the service, which processed over $7 billion worth of crypto assets. The U.S. Treasury Department also sanctioned Semyonov and 8 cryptocurrency addresses connected to him. These addresses have processed over $11.5 million in various crypto assets. The founders knowingly facilitated money laundering. According to a recent report from VulnCheck, thousands of OpenFire XMPP servers are vulnerable to a high-severity flaw. Tracked as 2023 Cape Verde Escudos 32315, the vulnerability allows unauthenticated attackers to access restricted pages in OpenFire's administrative console. This affects all versions of the software released since April 2015. The developer, Ignite Realtime, released updates in May, versions 4.6.8, 4.7.5, and 4.8.0, to address the issue. The vulnerability arises from a lack of protection against certain non-standard URL encoding for UTF-16 characters. Attackers have already been actively exploiting this weakness, including those associated with the Kinzing crypto botnet malware. It's crucial for server administrators to patch their systems promptly. It's concerning that weaponized zip archives containing the WinRAR flaw are being distributed on popular trading forums. The attacks are not targeted at specific countries or industries, so victims' geolocation is broad. The identity of the attackers is still unknown. However, there are known malware strains, such as DarkMe and GuLoader, associated with similar campaigns. These threats highlight the constant risks posed by software vulnerabilities, as threat actors are resourceful and always finding new ways to exploit them. It's crucial to stay vigilant and ensure software is regularly updated to mitigate these risks.